Good afternoon, everyone. Today we're going to explore on the generations of computer, specifically the first generation. As most people know, a computer is an advanced electronic device. But that hasn't always been the case because as we have discussed last meeting, the very first computer is actually made out of wood, which is the abacus. And the ones after that is made out of similar materials. Now going back, the computer functions in a way that it takes in raw data as input and then it processes it under a set of instructions called the program and produces a result or output that we can save for future use. The term generation in computer is a change in technology. It is both software and hardware making up the entire computer system. Now in the period of first generation, it is from 1946 to 1959. The computers in this generation uses a vacuum tube as the basic component for its memory and for its CPU or central processing unit.
These tubes, like electric bulbs, also produce a lot of heat, and the installations used to fuse frequently. Therefore, they are way too expensive that only the large organizations were able to afford it. In this generation, mainly batch processing operating system was used. Punch cards, paper tape, and magnetic tape was used as an input and output devices. The computer in this generation used machine code as the programming language.
Advancement and innovation. The first generation of computers spanning from 1940s to mid-1950s saw significant advancement and innovation that laid the foundation of the computers we use today. Here are some of them. The first one is the vacuum tube. Vacuum tubes were a significant advancement in the first generation of computers for several reasons. First, they enabled a faster data processing compared to earlier mechanical computers by rapidly switching on and off. Secondly, vacuum tubes allowed for the automation of computers, eliminating the need of constant human intervention. Additionally, vacuum tubes played a crucial role in the development of the first electronic random access memory called RAM, enabling quick data storage and retrieval. The second one is the electronic numerical integrator and computer. Made a significant advancement and introduced innovative features in the first generation of computers. It was the first general-purpose electronic computer capable of performing a wide range of calculation. Its use of vacuum tubes enabled faster processing speed compared to the earlier mechanical computers. The ENIAC was programmable and could be configured for different tasks, making it versatile. It excelled in handling complex mechanical calculation and introduced the concept of parallel processing.
Next one, Universal Atomic Computer or UNIVAC. This was the first commercial computer produced in the United States, marking a significant step towards the commercialization of computer technology. Assembly language. The first generation computers used assembly language, a low-level programming language. This was a significant advancement in programming, allowing humans to interact with computers using a code that was more understandable than raw binary. Next one is magnetic drums. These were used for a memory in first generation computers, representing an advancement in data storage technology. Next one is IBM 701. also known as the defense calculator. It was the first mainframe computer produced by IBM. This marked a significant advancement in the commercial production of computer technology.
So now we're down to the first generation computer, the vacuum tube base. Vacuum tube or electron that control the motion of electrons, hence electrical current in a high vacuum space. Vacuum tubes are also help in amplifying the power of signal using vacuum tube. These tubes use a lot of electricity and produce a lot of heat. So vacuum tube, it was invented in 1904 by John Ambrose Fleming. It is also called thermonic valve, vacuum diode, and kinetron, and also Fleming valve. So as you can see in the second picture, that is vacuum diode. So vacuum diode, it is a component that allow the flow of current in only one direction.
So the first generation computer was the ENIAC, or the Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer. It was one of the earliest electronic general-purpose computer. It was invented by John Presper Eckert and John Mauchly at the University of Pennsylvania. ENIAC was completed in 1946 and is considered as the first general-purpose electronic digital computer due to its ability to program to solve.
Now let's proceed to the second design, which is EDVAC, or the Electronic Discrete Variable Automatic Computer. It is designed by J. Presper Eckert and John Mauchly at the University of Pennsylvania way back in the year 1947. It is one of the earliest large mainframe computers built, and it was the first mainframe computer that represented binary systems rather than decimal systems. It is notable for being the first computer to utilize stored program architecture, which allows programs to be stored in memory alongside data. This groundbreaking design laid the foundation for modern computers, enabling them to perform a broad range of tasks with increased flexibility and efficiency. Features such as automatic addition, subtraction, multiplication, program division, and automatic checking with an ultrasonic serial memory capacity of 1044-bit words. Its average addition time was 864 microseconds, and its average multiplication time was 2,900 microseconds. Note that in every 1 million microseconds is equivalent to 1 second.
UNIVAC is one of the examples of vacuum tube base. UNIVAC stands for Universal Automatic Computer. It was effectively an updated version of ENIAC. Data could be using computer tape by early 1950s punch card. It was created by Presper, Eckert, and John Mauchly.
Next is the IBM 701, or International Business Machines 701 model. It is invented and developed by Gerard Haddad and Nathaniel Rochester at Princeton on May 21, 1952. IBM is the largest computer company, which was incorporated in 1911, who's responsible for numerous inventions having to do with computers. It is an electronic data processing machine that also known as the defense calculator. It is the IBM's first commercial scientific computer and its first series production mainframe computer. Designed for scientific work and research that led to the development of the Fortran programming language. 19 machines were built, a record volume for such a computer in that area. Its internal memory contained 2,048 36-bit words of electrostatic memory and 8,192 words of magnetic drum memory. The 701 used magnetic tapes for storage and was one of the first machines to use plastic-based magnetic tapes rather than metal. The 701 was the first computer in the IBM 700 to 7000 series, which were IBM's high-end computers, make it the fastest and innovative first generation computer in the area.
So the last computer in the first generation was the IBM 650, and it was one of the first mass-produced computers and was widely used in business, scientific, and engineering application. The IBM 650 was invented by Frank Hamilton and his team at IBM and was introduced in 1954. The IBM 650 was a pioneering mass-produced computer with a magnetic drum, memory, and comprehensive customer support.